Kris.
And I'm Wyatt Elliott from Notebook Entertainment.
And you're watching Pop Culture News.
What's important to me now is my friendship with all of you. I don't ever want that to change.
It won't, Tommy. You'll always be one of us.
Rest in peace to Jason David Frank, also known as Tommy, the Green and White Ranger, to all of us 90s kids.
That's right. He was a hero to so many. I've seen the internet just so much. Everyone's so devastated by this one. As am I, and I watched the show when it came out. I did follow it, but I wasn't a fan. I don't know how to describe it. I guess I just, because it came on, I think, before Batman and after Animaniacs.
Well, you were a little older for it.
I was, yeah. So it didn't hit me like it did everybody else, but I get it, though, because
I aged out of it right around the time that Tommy was switching to White Ranger and all that stuff. But I was all for, I want Tommy and Kimberly to get together so bad.
Yeah, I remember they teased it, I think, in the Power Rangers movie.
So much. And in the series, yeah.
But, he was such a good guy from what I understand. I never got the opportunity to meet him because his lines at the cons, he was at cons we were at, because he would go to all the different cons. But his line was always so long, and again, not being a diehard fan, I'm not going to,
Yeah, we went to see, Stan Lee and David Tennant and stuff.
So... But yeah, from what I ever understand of the videos I've seen of him, as he played around with his fans, he enjoyed it immensely.
By all accounts, he was a great guy.
Yeah.
I mean, fan accounts, people who've worked with him, everybody has said he was a great guy. He did go and get his master mixed martial arts degree or something.
Yeah, he was the real thing.
Yeah.
He was legit.
Mm-hmm. He was 49. He leaves behind 4 children between his 2 marriages. The cause of death has not been stated. They've just been, please be respectful of the family. But rumors are going around that it may have been suicide because he was going through a pretty messy divorce with his second wife. Really, it's not our business.
No.
All we need to know is we lost another icon, and it sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you do feel like you are sad or you need help, please do not hesitate to reach out to suicide prevention hotlines, friends, family, anyone that you can think of that will kind of talk you down.
And I try to keep this in mind when I'm interacting with people, and I think everybody should, is that you never know what someone is going through on the inside. It could be your best friend, it could be a family mate, anything, So, the best thing you can do is share some of your fond moments about Jason David Frank.
I've been enjoying seeing all the people share the photos and videos that they've taken over the years with him.
Share the love, share the positivity of what he did for us as fandom.
As an icon, All right, so let's move on from the sad to the kind of exciting news. We're going to get into some Disney news here. So it broke over the weekend that Bob Iger's back. Chapek is out. And
Fired.
Immediately. Yeah. Which a lot of people are, that kind of got a lot of people talking.
Weird,
where they're like, why? A, the news broke over the weekend, which is rare.
Sunday night of all time.
B, he's out immediately.
Yeah.
Bob Iger is now, as of this moment, in charge.
Yeah, I can't remember when they've dcome before in such a big company.
Right, so there's a lot of speculation about what's going on there.
I'm picturing, was he walked out by the mouse? Come on, let's go.
Mickey booted him.
You're right. Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, Disney's been facing a lot of financial trouble lately. Their stocks are down. The Disney Plus, I believe they said lost $1 billion or something in the last quarter.
Well, it's tough. It's like I've been trying to follow this story a lot, and, people are reminding us that when you have all of your product on your own streaming service, you have to rely on bringing that money in, whether it be through ads or whether it be through subscriptions, because otherwise you're not getting that revenue of Netflix owning it for a little bit, HBO, and whoever wants to play your movies. And
exactly.
It's tough.
Exactly. Now, he's released a company-wide memo. We'll leave a tweet holding it somewhere. But here's part of it. He said, I am an optimist, and if I've learned one thing from my years at Disney, it is that even in the face of uncertainty, perhaps especially in the face of uncertainty, our employees and cast members achieve the impossible. So that's part of much longer, very uplifting, upbeat kind of, hey guys, we're gonna do this.
Right.
I mean, it's like the complete opposite of the Twitter takeover, which we'll talk about later in the episode.
yeah.
But basically, he's like, guys, we got this.
Well, I mean, but yeah, because I mean, the Iger years were so prosperous, you know, for them, and yeah, they spent a lot of money, but they also made a lot of money.
Right, they acquired a lot
because of it. So, and I know he doesn't want to come back and do all of that. He needs to clean up now. He needs to get it back into running and figure out how to make their profits and all that kind of business stuff.
Oh, yeah. And I've seen a lot of people speculate. Now, Bob Chapek, like 2 weeks ago, he made a quote.
I always say that when our fans and our audiences put their kids to bed at night after watching Pinocchio or Dumbo or Little Mermaid, they're probably not going to tune into another animated movie. They want something for them.
If you don't know what Disney adults are, sir, A, I envy you, and B, like, come on, dude, come on.
That's out of touch. That's ridiculous.
Immediately, he got roasted on, like, every social media platform alive.
As he should.
And so, yeah, a lot of people have been tweeting out, you know, that's why he's out, that he said that, and 2 weeks later, Bob Iger's back in.
Well, what's with these CEOs like Laszlo? You know, Cartoon Network, not important. We don't need cartoons. Cancel the Scoob movie. We don't need cartoons.
Right.
Like, what is with these guys and not...
Because, you know, Rick and Morty's totally for kids, guys.
Oh, yeah,
like,
completely.
Family Guy, definitely for kids. Come on.
I'm pretty sure everything on Adult Swim is not for kids.
Come on, guys. So, a lot of other people have been speculating also that Chapek was only here to basically be a fall guy for all the problems that came about during 2020 and everything. Because it was like right before 2020 that Iger stepped down.
It would be hilarious if that was true, I think. I would be like, that's a baller. I want to do the sunglasses meme onto him, onto Iger if he did that. Because that's baller move. Because the way I do understand is that no one liked Chapek at Disney. Everyone was shocked they chose him to take over.
He's the one who allowed Ron DeSantis and the Don't Say Gay bill to take away the special privileges or whatever that Disney World had. Yeah. And now the community around there is going to have to absorb all of that money.
Which I have a feeling Iger is going to
somehow fix. Yeah.
I don't see him going like fisticuffs with DeSantis, but I have a feeling
he's not going to bow down. He's going to be like, look, our theme parks are the reason your state has money.
I have a feeling he knows people who knows people, and it'll get worked out.
Right.
So.
But then I've also already seen the fanboys on there. Oh, the guy who put Kathleen Kennedy in charge so she could run Star Wars into the ground.
Well, maybe he didn't.
I mean, they got a point. The Star Wars movies were not great. No. Kathleen Kennedy made some mistakes.
And honestly, she's still, she got her contracts good through 2024. But someone I saw on the internet, people were pointing out that at the last D23, she kind of just stood there as a figurehead and didn't really do a lot of the introducing and talking. She left it all to
Bob Iger might
Favreau.
Be finding someone to take over. Maybe Favreau, maybe, you know.
Right, I have a feeling, I don't think she wants to be there anymore, honestly.
No, who would with all the abuse you take? Every little thing is your fault?
And that's why Favreau doesn't want to take it. You know, he'd be good at it, but he doesn't want it. He's like, no.
Yeah, guys, fans, we need to stop being so horrible that people stop wanting to make the things we like. You know, let's chill. Let's all just chill.
It's getting tough out there.
If you don't like something, don't watch it.
I mean, it's
you don't
true.
have to go onto the person's page and be like, you're the worst thing to happen ever. Yeah. Also, Princess Diaries 3 is in development.
Yeah, I guess. I'm like, yay.
Yay me and everyone else who loved those movies.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of them.
That was the first time I ever liked Chris Pine. It was in Princess Diaries 2.
I didn't even know he was in that.
And then he went on and did a bunch of other stuff, and I kind of forgot about him until he was in Wonder Woman. Then I was like, oh you're hot again.
Well, he was in Star Trek was the first time
he was hot there.
I had no idea he was in anything else before Star Trek.
He was hot in Princess Diaries, and then he was hot in Wonder Woman, and that was it. So Princess Diaries 3 is in development. Anne Hathaway has not yet signed on to return, but she has publicly stated her support for continuing the franchise. So maybe
she'd still be a prince. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, well, she would be the prince.
Yeah, because it was like a princess to a fictional country, right?
Yeah,
so
Genovia.
She'd still be a prince. Oh wow. All right. I really have no idea.
Now, as you guys may have known, except for him apparently, Gary Marshall directed the first two.
I didn't know that.
So there's no word yet on who's
No.
taking over director duties for this. It is still very much in development. Adrita Mikirji is writing the script, and she's written for Supergirl, Reacher, and the Quantum Leap reboot. So she's done TV before. This, I think, is going to be her first screenplay for a movie.
And this, we don't know yet, right? It could be a Disney Plus movie.
Yeah, we don't know anything else other than what I've just stated.
Yeah. So yeah, like, you know, like my thought is that it's a good idea, but it probably is going to be a Disney Plus movie.
Okay.
I don't know if it's theatrical or not, but you never know. I don't
Okay.
know, you know. But Hocus Pocus, I guess, did really well on Disney Plus.
Nostalgia
you know?
sells?
It sure does. So I can see why they want to do it. At this point, if I was Iger, I'd be like, hey, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, you want to come back and do Man of the House too?
Jungle to Jungle 2. That's
Jungle to Jungle 2, is that the title?
No, remember it wasn't Jonathan Taylor Thomas, but there was this movie called Jungle
Tim
to
Allen
Jungle.
was in it, right?
Yeah.
But it was Jungle, the number 2,
Two, and Jungle,
So
yeah.
it'd be Jungle to
To
Jungle,
Jungle
2.
2, yeah.
I love it.
Get Brendan Fraser back, make another George of the Jungle.
That would be awesome. Have him like old and just like
Right.
chilling at the house
Yeah,
now.
him
you
and
know?
Jane are just cool. And,
Right, they
you
have
know.
kids that now they have to worry about.
Yeah.
That
I'd watch that.
could be funny,
I'd watch that.
actually. That could be really funny.
All right, so let's move on sort of from Disney over to Marvel.
Well,
We got news about Daredevil Born Again. It has been confirmed to be rated TVMA, which yay.
yay.
That's good,
Yeah,
good news.
That is good news.
And then the bigger news, Jenna Ortega is in talks to play the character of White Tiger. And if the character is supposed to debut in this series and then go on and get their own standalone either series or movie.
That's I don't know a lot about White Tiger. I have heard of
She's
her.
a student as far as I
Okay.
remember, and then she like goes off and
Maybe she's
joins
like,
Young
so she's
Avengers
like
or something. Like I don't remember.
That's what they're setting up. So
I don't remember.
probably. But what I heard immediately after the press screenings of Wednesday that people are like, she's already a star, but now this is going to get her known in like everybody.
Yep.
And I already heard that it got Marvel's attention.
I think
so.
Scream, as much as I don't like the Scream 5, I think that was a star-making
It
role
was,
for her. She
yeah.
was the best part of that movie.
Oh, yeah. She's
for sure.
She's the only character I'm looking forward to seeing again,
Exactly.
honestly.
Exactly. Let's move on to celebrity news. Here's a fun story. On Instagram, artist Banksy encouraged his followers to steal from a specific guest store because they had used his artwork in their window display without his permission.
Wow.
And his message was basically, hey, if they can steal from me, then you should be able to steal from them.
Fair.
So anarchy reigns supreme. The store did quickly respond by taking down his artwork.
Well, then I guess don't steal from the store. Or steal it and return it.
Steal it, return it, yeah.
Hey, I stole this a week
but
ago.
I wanted to
It's-
bring it
it's
back
cool now.
because now I've realized I've done wrong.
It didn't fit. Do you have another size?
Didn't go with my decor. All right, and then also in celebrity news, and this one I find kind of funny. Harry Styles and Olivia Wilde have broken up after 2 years and a ton of drama.
It's really been 2 years?
Yep,
Jesus.
because she was cheating on her husband with him, so
Well,
that's
all
why
right, fine,
it's
yeah.
longer than we
Oh, and
know
that
about.
didn't work out. I'm so surprised.
Yeah, I really hope it was worth, ruining a marriage, making your kids upset, and ruining your reputation as a director who doesn't sleep with their stars.
And kind of ruining that movie, really.
Yeah. Right.
That movie had lots of press, lots of, and then it came out.
But to be fair, I do not think she should lose her career over any of this.
No.
There are male directors who have done way worse than have a consensual relationship with one of their actors.
Yes.
There is no reason that her career needs to be over about this. I didn't like Don't Worry, Darling for many reasons. The first being that it was exactly what I thought it was going to be, which was another version of Stepford Wives.
Yeah.
And the second being, I don't like that she sold it as this sex-positive feminist movie when, in actuality, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, turn away for a minute, it's anything but that because Alice, Florence Pugh's character, doesn't have any say in anything that happens to her because she was forced into the simulation. That's not feminist and it's not sex positive because she can't consent to anything that happened to her.
Yeah, is that kind of
And in
slavery?
fact, probably wouldn't have consented.
Right, yeah, well, clearly, yeah.
So yeah, I don't like how she sold the movie. I don't like that the movie is basically just another version of Stepford Wives. But again, every director has one bad movie in their in their catalog. There's no reason for her to lose her job. I love Booksmart. I loved Booksmart.
I 100% agree. I think that Booksmart was great. I think that this movie has issues. I think that it is her fault. Sure, I think you can land it on her, and she was probably distracted. A lot of things went wrong. Doesn't fix the script.
Nope.
But yeah, she should not have any penalties on this except for just be like, hey, maybe don't sleep with your actors this time. That's basically all she needs to be told. And hopefully she's learned her lesson.
Yep. And understand the material you're selling. Because again, that was, I think where a lot of women had problems with it, was she was selling it as this sex positive, he goes down on her and stuff. Okay, that's cool. We like seeing that. However, it's not sex positive. She's literally tied to a bed and forced into the simulation. Like how do you not understand your own material to be trying to sell this as some feminist bullshit?
Yeah, that would definitely get a no. Yeah.
Right.
It is funny how as much as Hollywood, and people in general, but I'll say Hollywood, is trying to be more, I don't want to use the word woke, but we'll use the word woke for lack of a better word. Woke, meaning that, okay, it's not fun, it's not funny to do rape jokes and have women, be scammed and tricked into sleeping with people and all this kind of stuff. Yet,
or like the Breakfast Club where he just goes in for it, under the desk.
Right. But yet, we are still experiencing with this movie and made by women and Patty Jenkins with Wonder Woman 2.
84.
84.
That dude was raped.
That dude was clearly not consenting to this. And she didn't seem to understand that was a problem. But everybody watched it and was like,
wait a minute. Wait.
And again, Wonder Woman 84 had lots of
other problems
than just that scene. But it's weird how, they try, but then they still mess up because they miss things. And, that's something that I, as a writer and producer and stuff, Kris helps me out with a lot. Sometimes I'll present, hey, this sounds funny to me. We're
like,
do
no.
this. And she's like, no, we're not.
We're not doing
because
that.
Because of this, and this. And I'm like, oh, I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah. We don't need to be canceled yet.
Sometimes you just need to run your ideas past somebody else. Mm-hmm. And maybe that's what's not happening. I don't know. All right, so let's move on from that mess to an even bigger mess. Twitter, guys. It's still live as of this morning.
Right, it's still there, but it's also there now with Trump, Kanye West, Babylon Bee, Jordan Peterson, all have been reinstated. Elon even threw Kathy Griffin a bone and put her back on, but let's be clear here. The others were suspended for racism, homophobia, transphobia, sexism,
inciting violence,
anti-Semitism, and inciting a riot against the government. Right. Kathy Griffin was suspended for making fun of Elon before he made his little parodies must be clearly marked parodies rule. So these are not the same.
No.
These are not the same at all.
No. And the last I saw, Trump hasn't actually gotten on there.
Trump. Okay, so after Elon's poll about whether or not to allow Trump back on, it was discovered that something like 70% of Elon's followers are bots. So all of those dick riders who were like, "Oh, Elon's poll, he's a genius because the poll did was it brought out all the bots." Yeah, except the calls are coming from inside the house, guys.
Right. Back to the horror. Right. But it's true.
So once Trump was let back on, even though he hasn't tweeted or anything, immediately CBS announced they were joining other advertisers and suspending their ads with Twitter, which will be a big hit because I'm assuming that's all of Viacom, not just CBS.
I would imagine it would have to be. Plus, I saw the list of all the companies that have pulled ads, major brands, Pepsi, and
he's hemorrhaging money right now. Money right now. And a lot of the advertisers have come out and said, we sat down with Elon and these were our concerns. Our concerns were A, that our ads were appearing next to inappropriate and hateful comment.
That's what happened to YouTube.
B, the comments on our ads are filled with hateful and inappropriate content.
Well, yeah, true. Yeah.
And so their problem with him is he's not addressed any of that and in fact has incited more of it by letting these people back on.
Yeah.
So he's just losing advertisers left and right. Like even the small ones that were kind of hanging on by a thread. I don't even see My Pillow ads on there, you guys.
I was just thinking, am I gonna just see nothing but My Pillow ads and like
not even that, not
AARP
even
ads
that
and stuff left?
Not even that. So for his part, Trump is refusing to return to Twitter. He's saying that Twitter has too many problems and he loves his Truth Social and Truth Social's taking off, whatever. Real talk. He's got a contract with Truth Social that his tweets or whatever they're called over there have to be exclusively on Truth Social for at least 6 hours. And why would he go over to Twitter when all of his Truth Social posts get shared on Twitter anyway through screenshots?
And also, if he leaves Truth Social,
it's dead. It's dead in the water.
There's nobody else on there that gets any kind of attention that I'm aware of.
People go there for him.
So if he leaves that, now that's another failed investment or whatever that he's got. And so
Now, with Trump refusing to return, Elon's posts, he's been shitposting, trolling more, trying to, like, kind of egg Trump into coming over. It's getting very desperate and very sad. Very desperate, very sad. So in place of not having Trump, Elon has been responding and replying to a lot of really hateful right-wing accounts, a lot of MAGA politicians, a lot of MAGA personalities, Libs of TikTok, which is responsible for attacks on children's hospitals and libraries because of their transphobic. They're sitting there, I think it's Boston Children's Hospital has gotten several bomb threats in the last couple of months. The Children's Hospital, where they're helping children survive. They've had to clear out for bomb threats because Live Up TikToks has been targeting them because they do transgender care for children, which they don't. They fucking don't. But truth doesn't matter. It's the pizza parlor all over again with the basement. And with just having this shooting in Colorado Springs, with the shooter is reportedly the grandson of a MAGA Republican who lost his seat recently.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yep. And these are the people that Elon Musk is choosing to promote and troll around with and joke with, and it's starting to really disgust everyone else. But Elon has drawn one line in the sand. He refuses to let Alex Jones back on. His reasoning, because a lot of right-wing people are like, oh, it's not really free speech unless you let Alex Jones back on. But Elon has said he will not support anyone who uses children to profit or whatever because he held his first child in his arms while they were dying. So again, it's one of those, I don't care about it unless it affects me type of things. I'm
kind of surprised. I thought it was going to be because the lawsuits and everything. And he doesn't want to be.
That's another thing. The lawsuits are growing because Elon, I guess, didn't realize that Twitter is a global economy and Europeans have way better labor laws than we do here in America. So his little email last week about, hey, either be hardcore or quit.
Right.
Can't do that in Europe. You have to. You can't just fire people at will for no reason in Europe.
I heard
you actually have to go get permission to fire people in certain countries.
Yeah, I heard that he actually, to prove that they were working hard, he made them print out their code, which I guess
means
was
nothing.
No, it does, because if that code gets released, there's
and then he had them shred it.
So then he had to have them
immediately
I'm sorry,
after he had
because
to
they
have
did
them
what they were
shred it.
told. Okay, we'll print it, but now it's.
I saw a lot of people with the Bob Iger tweets. They were like, we've just heard that Bob Iger's requested all of his directors to provide 500 pages of scripts for review.
Yeah.
Oh, the jokes, you guys.
Well,
Also, so in addition to the lawsuits, hemorrhaging money from advertisers, all of that stuff, Elon is also looking at his stocks continuing to drop for his other businesses. So he let Trump back on during the weekend, and on Monday, Tesla lost another $30 billion in revenue.
Jesus.
Stocks are just continuing to go down and down. So I don't know how people are still saying he's a genius. I understand that with enough time, this ship might right, but he has to start making better decisions, which he is not.
He needs to hire somebody to run it.
Yeah, I've seen reports that he's thinking of stepping down as CEO and letting someone else take over, and I'm like, dude, that should have been day one. When you walked in with that fucking sink, that's when it should have been. You should have thought, maybe I'm not the right guy for this. Because you walk through, what, downtown LA, New York, whatever city they were in,
New
with
York.
a sink to make
Yeah.
a dad joke. Like,
I know, it was so bad.
Oh.
Like, just so stupid.
he's an
Yeah,
idiot.
I don't know.
He clearly Thomas Edison, like,
Well,
with diamond mine money behind him.
I mean, to be fair, you don't have to be a genius to make a lot of money.
Nope. And he is proving that every freaking day. As he's losing all of the money that he earns.
I'm just mad because I just started to like Twitter, you know?
Yep.
Like,
And what about all the banks? Because he didn't have the money to buy Twitter outright. He had to go get loans, and he had to get...
Oh, yeah, he's
and
got-
these stocks that are dropping, he borrowed against these stocks to get the money to purchase
Oh, yeah.
Twitter. So what are these stockholders now thinking? Like,
well, that's exactly it. When you're a billionaire, you don't have $1 billion sitting in the bank. It's all in stocks and bonds and investments and blah, blah, blah. And so, yeah, you can't just come up with that.
yeah, so there's where it's at. It's still a dumpster fire. It's just a dumpster fire that's still going. It hasn't died yet. But people are exploring different things. I tried Mastodon. It's not easy for people who are not tech savvy like me. I am not tech savvy. There are a couple other ones I've seen popping up, Post and a couple others.
The problem is that when you're upstarting something and they're newer, they don't have the money behind them.
Yep.
Like Twitter, I'm sure, because I wasn't on Twitter when it first came around, but I'm sure it wasn't easy going. I'm sure it was. That's why I wasn't on Twitter,
a lot of
because it was
building.
confusing. It was like, well, I remember I didn't like it. So yeah, like, and now it's evolved into so much. You put video on there and all kinds of
Yep.
stuff, and I finally started really liking it. And yeah, now I've noticed our little tiny, we have like 550 followers or whatever
On our Tales from,
FML, following, and it's dropped like 5 people.
Everybody
on it because
has been saying
because
that
people are
their
leaving.
accounts are
Yeah,
dropping,
'cause
either
people-
from leaving, from bots, from whatever.
Could be bots, sure. Could be bots.
But everybody's saying that their big accounts to small accounts are noticing that they're losing subscribers.
Well, I mean, I'm sure the story isn't over.
Yeah.
So,
We'll see.
Stay tuned here or to watch Twitter and just watch it burn.
Right.
Again, I think I said this on the last show, but if you're a fan of watching the world burn, this is probably very.
That's why I'm
entertaining
still
for
there.
you, so.
That's why I'm still there. All right, so that's everything we've got this week. We will be back next week with more pop news. We'll be back Friday with Horrorland news.
That's right.
So keep an eye out for that.
That's right. And happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate
In
the
advance,
U.S. Yep. And we'll see you for Black Friday, I think. All right. So thank you for watching. Please make sure so you get all of those notifications to subscribe, ring the bell, and like this video if you like what we have to say. Please leave us some comments. We do like interacting with you guys. Very fun. Hello to our new subscribers. And I think I've said enough, taken up enough of your time. I'm going to leave now.
All right, I'm going to go talk over here.
I'm going to shut up and then leave. But still. All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.